Good morning on this beautiful Thursday, December 19th. We are, I don't know which day we're on now, and picking a life principle for the day that is hopefully helping you just get a little bit more focused in the day, have a practice for the day. And so, yeah, I think we're like day 9 or something. So, last night, a group of us from our master class got together and did this new meditation that we're going to be doing this coming Saturday for our winter solstice event. It's a free webinar that we're doing, and we're going to be playing this meditation. And I can't tell you, it was just so incredible. First of all, doing it in a group like that always amplifies the energies for me, and it was just so incredible. And the big thing that I noticed is how quiet I was able to get my brain. It was like I was able to sink into this most nourishing, rejuvenating energy where there was no brain chatter whatsoever, just full focused presence with no thinking. And I know we put so much stock as humans into our brain and our ability to think, but there is something so much more incredible than our brain, and that's what we call our mind. We make a distinction between the brain and the mind. The mind is where knowingness comes in. The mind is where intuition lies. The mind brings you those images that when you see them in a nanosecond, you have the full information that you were seeking right there, complete. But you can't get to the mind if your brain is thinking all the time. And so yesterday in this meditation, it was just so beautiful to experience that quiet space and to sink into that and allow what wants to emerge to emerge. The other time that happens for me, frankly, is when I coach. When I coach, there is something that happens for me where I get into the most quiet brain space that I can experience, and I get to then expand into listening to whoever I'm with from a quiet brain. And in that space, all the information emerges for me, and I know what to say, and I know how to guide them. And it's just a beautiful experience. And, this morning as I'm waking up and I'm getting ready for my day, I could tell how quickly I go into thinking, constant thinking, and how that keeps me out of the present mind and of the present moment. And, I'm like, okay, I'm going to not think for 10 seconds. I'm going to be right here present with my dish that I'm cleaning. And literally within seconds, the brain is off. But the thing is, I don't know that my brain is off until another few seconds later when I suddenly realize, oh, I'm thinking again. I'm not present. It goes so fast, but it's practice. This is what this is. It's practice. Every day you want to practice. Can you be in presence? No thinking. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, so that you can actually experience this moment that you're in to its fullest. Because when you're thinking, you're not experiencing. You don't know what the smells are of the moment. You don't know what the textures are of the moment. You don't know the deliciousness of what is around you when you're thinking. And so that is such a powerful practice to keep coming into no thinking and full presence. And there was one thing that I heard an interview the other day with David Whyte, the British philosopher and poet. And he said something, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like, we are too afraid to be in silence with ourselves, because that then forces us or invites us to see what's really there, what pain is there, what fears are there, and we are too afraid to look at that. And what our work is saying is no, we want to step into that observer. We want to step into that fully empowered, waking up human being that has absolutely no fear about looking and seeing what's inside of us, what's pulling our strings, and from that place release it. And so yes, our work is all about quieting the brain and becoming present with what's right in front of us. So that's my little musings for this morning, because it was such a stark contrast, the meditation that we did last night together and then this morning of just thinking and realizing how much further I still have to go with no thinking, and how much I want it, how nourishing that space is of no thinking. All right, got my cards. Are you ready for the card for the day? So just again, tune into me and tune into this, which life principle card would most support you for today, for your practice and focused presence. So here we go. Boy, it's so fascinating to me. So better than you could ever imagine. We picked that yesterday, and it's so fascinating to me that throughout this experience, I don't know what I'm going to pick. I cannot prepare for these little Facebook live sessions because I don't know what's going to come. And, obviously there was a part of me that was hoping that we would, move through all 13 life principles and I'd pick one a day and all that. And so it's fascinating to me that some of these are showing up, like love yourself, love your body. We picked 3 times in a row. And it's just allowing us to go deeper into the understanding of these principles. So better than you could ever imagine is another principle we picked yesterday. So I'll read the second paragraph. I read the first paragraph of our write-up of that principle. So I'm gonna read the second one. So here's how the world works. What you fear is what you attract. What you condemn is what you experience. A strange idea that may initially challenge plain common sense, nevertheless, practicing this principle, you will see for yourself. Today, you can get your own evidence that your perceptions are the greatest and frankly only power tool you have. Today, you can put every negative thought on a default setting, no matter the external evidence or your past experiences. Today, you know one thing for sure. Everything is going to be better than you could ever imagine. Don't fake it. You have to feel it. Try it and see what happens. Today, you can transform your life with the power tool of your own perception. In one day, you can begin a new way of living. So that was paragraph 2 of the write-up. So one of the more powerful tools that you can employ when you are practicing better than you could ever imagine happens in the first 15 minutes when you wake up. So when we go to sleep, our perception slate, basically everything that you believe in your life, goes blank. Sleep is a reset of perceptions. But what happens is we go to sleep, everything gets wiped clean, but the moment we wake up, the moment we start thinking, the moment we go back into exactly where we were when we fell asleep, you put those perceptions right back on. So, we keep doing the same thing again and again. So here's a little trick. Instead of allowing yourself when you wake up to immediately go into thinking, to immediately going into worry about the day and the stress of what's coming and, you know, everything that is making up your perceptions, take those first 15 minutes and actually practice staying out of thinking and in feeling state. You want to be feeling appreciation and gratitude. So in your mind, just go through, identify the things that you feel so grateful for. Now, one of the things that we do in our perception placement tool is we play music or read poetry or do something that allows that joy to come in, that allows us to expand and be in that joyful, happy place. So different types of music. What a Wonderful World is a great example of a piece of music. You want to be really careful because of the music you pick, because one line of negativity, one line that sort of drags you down can change your 15 minutes. So you want to focus purely on the perceptions that will assist you to stay in an open, beautiful, joyful state of being. And you do that through the feeling state. Can you feel appreciation and gratitude deeply? Let yourself feel the day in a better than you could ever imagine way. Can you, in that first 15 minutes, just fully let yourself sink into the knowingness that today is going to be absolutely better than you could ever imagine. And you can not wait. You are so curious about how that's going to look. You don't know how it's going to look. All you know, it's going to be better than you could ever imagine. So milk those first 15 minutes for all they're worth, because that is where you can start reprogramming old perceptions about stress, worry, anxiety, fear, irritation, you name it. Start taking control of your perceptions, and you can do that most powerfully in those first 15 minutes. So there's your practice for, well, tomorrow morning. And today's practice, again, is just hold the perception that everything that comes in front of you, no matter what it seems to look like, is better than you could ever imagine. So there you go. Again, picked better than you could ever imagine. So there you have it. And so with that, I wish you all an amazing rest of the day, better than you could ever imagine. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Take care, everybody.